Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Now on HHS In-Depth, Atticus Dean takes you behind the scenes of the Spartana, showing all the effort that goes into creating each issue.
Plus, Taylor, Ham, and I will bring you everything you need to know about preparing for college visits.
And we'll tell you how you can be a part of Giving Tuesday as Homestead is collecting donations for Fort Wayne's rescue mission.
And later, after the snowy start to our week, I'll be in to let you know if there's any more snow headed our way this weekend.
And I'll recap the week it was in Homestead Athletics, including the season opener for the boys basketball team later on in Down to the Wire.
All that and so much more.
Coming up today on HHS In-Depth.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, December 5th, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Kenley Sugart.
And I'm Emma Newberry. Kenley, you're a senior. Have you been on any college visits?
I have been on a couple, but I definitely have my eye on Ball State right now.
I've been on a few. I really like Clemson as of right now.
Those visits definitely are helpful. College visits are a key part of finding the right fit after high school, and navigating them is easier than you might expect. Reporter Taylor Ham joined Emma to tour several campuses across Indiana and break down what students should keep in mind when scheduling their next visit.
Most people don't know that juniors and seniors have 3 excused absences per year for college visits. This allows a wide variety of majors to discover along with a campus tour, showing off their potential pathways for the coming years.
We encourage students to sign up in advance online, and then at their visit, the admissions office or the person who's giving them a tour, it's very common for them to get a note on the college's letterhead. Parents would still want to call the attendance office in advance, and just like a doctor's note, students would turn that into the attendance office. It would be coded as a college visit.
3 things that are crucial to consider when doing a college visit are the location, cost, and majors offered. Luckily, there are so many resources available to make this decision a little bit easier.
I feel like it's most common for students to visit in the fall when it's active college application season, just because they're starting to think about it more and you can hear more about programs. It becomes a little bit more real. But another great time to go is, I would say, in the springtime. And so you really do have to get that firsthand experience in order to make a good informed decision.
College can feel overwhelming, but there is help available.
So if needed, talk to your counselor with any questions you may have.
Taylor Ham,
Emma Newberry,
HHS In-Depth.
Thank you for the story, Emma and Taylor. If you're interested in checking out a specific college, be sure to talk with your school counselor. They can help you find the right visit dates, get connected with admissions, and make sure you're prepared before you go.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In national news, the White House has confirmed that a U.S. Navy admiral ordered a second strike on a suspected Venezuelan drug boat earlier this fall, an action now facing questions from both Republicans and Democrats in Congress. Reports say 2 people may have survived the first blast and were killed in the follow-up strike, raising concerns about whether the operation was legal. The White House says the admiral acted within the law, while Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth denies claims that he ordered troops to kill everybody. More than 80 people have died in similar anti-drug strikes since September. And lawmakers are now calling for investigations into how these missions are being carried out. In international fashion news, Prada has officially bought Versace in a deal worth about $1.4 billion. The move brings Versace, known for bold, flashy designs, under the same company that owns Prada and Miu Miu. Prada's heir, Lorenzo Bertelli, will now help guide Versace's future, and the brand is expected to grow after struggling in recent years. Versace has already begun a creative refresh with a new designer, and Prada says that the iconic label has huge potential moving forward. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is coming your way.
While the cold outside welcomes the holiday season, it's also important to remember how to stay safe on icy roads. Make sure to drive slowly and put plenty of space between you and the car in front of you. Also, give yourself plenty of time to brake before stopping. To avoid ice and snow buildup, keep an ice scraper handy. And make sure to keep the gas at half or above so it doesn't freeze. While the cold can be fun, it's important to stay safe too. Drive safely, Spartans.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Giving Tuesday is a global day of generosity, held each year on the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving, encouraging people to give back through donations, volunteering, or acts of kindness. This year, Homestead joined in by collecting new pairs of socks to donate it to the local rescue mission here in Fort Wayne. To give everyone a chance to contribute, the deadline to donate is December 19th, the last day before we leave for winter break, with the goal of collecting 200 pairs of socks.
I think it's an easy way for us to get involved. I love to help people in small ways, and I think that this is seemingly insignificant, and I think that a lot of us take things like a new pair of socks for granted, and I like the idea that people can have something comfortable, and they're not able to find it themselves, but we can help them out.
If you have socks to donate, you can drop them off with any teacher, who will place them in a donation bin in the teacher workroom.
Homestead's Now Club is stepping up to support women in need. You can help by dropping off hand soap, shampoo, conditioner, and other essentials listed on the poster. The donation box is located by door 33 near the treasurer's office. Donations will be collected through the end of the semester, December 19th, with all proceeds going directly to assist women seeking support.
After the construction of the finished auditorium nearly a year ago, the Homestead Theater Department added a long-standing tradition to the stage, the Ghost Light. While its main purpose is safety to prevent accidents in the dark theater, the Ghost Light is also a part of a worldwide theater tradition. Some say it appeases spirits believed to inhabit the theaters, while others thinks it gives them a safe space to perform when the stage is empty.
I feel very strongly about the tradition of the Ghost Light. Actually, when I go into the venue and I see that it's not been turned on, it always freaks me out a little bit. It's just something you do as someone who's in the performing arts. It's a habit as you're closing down the space to put the Ghost Light out. The Ghost Light to me, when I was a kid, I was always taught that you are leaving a light on for the people that came before you and the people that come after you, never leaving someone in the dark.
The next time you see that lone light shining in the center of the dark auditorium, remember, you might not be alone. And this little lamp will continue to be a fun, superstitious tradition for everyone at Homestead to enjoy.
Speaking of the Ghost Light, on Wednesday, the Homestead High School Auditorium welcomed audiences to the Orchestra Holiday Concert, a special combined performance featuring students from Summit and Woodside Middle Schools, along with our own Homestead orchestras. It was a wonderful showcase of young talent from across the district, all coming together to celebrate the season through music.
If you notice the auditorium's backdrop look a little different at the concert on Wednesday night, you're absolutely right. Here's how the room transformed for this performance. You're watching the Homestead stage shift from its regular setup to a full concert mode. As part of the recent construction project, Homestead installed a state-of-the-art orchestra and band shell, making it one of only 3 venues in Fort Wayne with a full stage shell. alongside the Embassy Theater and Arts United. It takes a crew of about 5 people and about an hour to bring it all to life. A big thank you to Mr. Sherman for capturing this time lapse.
Get ready for some fun on the court. Homestead DECA is hosting the What the Hecka Students vs. Staff basketball game on Monday, December 15th at 6:30 p.m. in Spartan Arena. Champions Together will perform at halftime, and students can donate to vote on who wins or who gets pied. Students can sign up to play for $10 via the Canvas Google form or QR code on the flyer. Sign-ups close Friday, December 12th. Don't miss this fun event and the chance to support Homestead DECA.
Just before Thanksgiving break, a Homestead FCCLA student traveled to Washington, D.C. to meet with members of Congress and advocate for the Charles D. Perkins Act, supporting career and technical education programs.
We went to DC to talk about career and technical education and funding for programs like ANTHIS and student teaching, and why that those are important for high schoolers to go out into the world with those experiences. It was important to us that we talk about the importance of why we are there, why we need this, and we went through a series of, here's our pitch, here's what we need from you, here's a personal experience with this, and our big thing was that we wanted to, if they chose to support us in continuing to support career and technical education programs, is coming back for our national conference, which is also in DC, so that they can kind of see, you've invested into this, now look at the over 250,000 members that are being supported through this.
If you're interested in joining FCCLA and getting involved in advocacy or leadership opportunities, you can reach out to their president, Sadie Updegraff, at the email shown on your screen.
The Spartana is Homestead's critically acclaimed student-run magazine. Most people know the name, but few realize just how much work goes into each issue, or the incredible opportunities it provides for students. Reporter Atticus Dean went behind the scenes to reveal all the hard work and hidden details that make the Spartana so special.
While Mrs. Baltez's room may seem like a regular English classroom at first glance, it actually hosts students involved with Homestead's very own monthly magazine, the Spartana, where students work hard to produce a quality issue every month.
The Spartana is just the school's monthly magazine. It used to be a monthly newspaper, but now it's a magazine. And it's basically just a combination of journalism and digital design. And so it's just whatever students come up with, and their creativity lets them write and design.
The Spartana provides a unique opportunity for students to hone their journalistic skills with complete creative freedom. But there are challenges that the students must overcome in this process, namely editing.
Some of the biggest challenges are definitely editing. I would say every article probably gets 3 or even 4 rounds of editing, and that's from like every editor. So we have Mrs. Baltez, our advisor, editing. We have Caitlin, the other editor-in-chief. We have me. We have Jessica as well. And we have to go through so many rounds of editing to make sure we don't have any grammatical errors, any content errors.
However, the passion all these students have outweighs any struggle, as the opportunity to be involved with the community that Spartana provides is irreplaceable.
I love being an editor because it gives me a chance to be really active in our community, talk to people that I haven't really talked about, hear about things I'd never hear about otherwise. There's so many things. Homestead is just a huge school, and there's so many things that people do here, and no one even realizes that people are doing these things. And so I would say definitely the biggest thing I've loved about being an editor is being able to get involved in the community and getting involved with specifically getting involved with our newspaper and having a direct influence.
So not only does the Spartana allow students to hone their journalism skills, but it also creates unforgettable high school memories. Atticus Dean, HHS In-Depth.
Thanks, Atticus, and be sure to check out the latest issue of the Spartana, which was released earlier this week, to see firsthand all the creativity and effort that goes into making each edition. It's a great way to get a closer look at the stories, artwork, and dedication of our student publications team.
Kenley, I definitely loved having Monday off, but I didn't love the icy roads or freezing temperatures.
Me either. This is personally my first time driving this freezing weather, and I'm definitely missing summer right now.
I totally agree. Now in is weather reporter Kale Carroll to let us know if the below freezing temps are here to stay.
Well, unfortunately, guys, the below freezing temps are here to stay, but it doesn't seem like there'll be any more snow on the way. For today, you can expect mostly cloudy skies with a high of 30 degrees and temperatures dropping into the low 20s tonight. On Saturday, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of 31 degrees and then a low of 23 degrees. Then on Sunday, it unfortunately will not get any better with more cloudy skies and a high of 32 and an overnight low of 17 degrees. which will be the lowest temperature of the weekend. So I would recommend bundling up if you're heading outside this weekend or coming back to school Monday morning. Kale Carroll, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Carol, for filling us in on this weekend's forecast.
Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come, including an all-new Down to the Wire with Eli McAllister coming up next.
Tonight, it's the SAC's biggest rivalry as your second-ranked Homestead Spartans look to stay unbeaten in conference play as they face the Carroll Chargers. Come out in person and support your team or catch all the action on the Homestead Media YouTube channel. Tip-off at 7:30.
Next week on HHS In-Depth, reporter Carly Swymower brings us a story about a Saks bus driver's personal hardships and struggles, and how the district is working to help raise money to support him. Be sure to catch that story and more next week on HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to another edition of Down to the Wire. I'm Eli McAllister. In winter sports here at Homestead are officially off to the races. Starting off with our second-ranked girls basketball team, they took down the Belmont Braves last Friday 63-40. Gabby Helsum led the team to victory with a 22-point performance and shot an incredible 64% from the field. The girls team is back in action tonight here at home as they take on their rivals, the Carroll Chargers. If you plan on coming out for the game, be sure to fit the pink out theme with tip-off at 7:30. Our 16th ranked boys basketball team came out Wednesday night and put on a show for their season opener, dominating the Manchester Squires 82-23. Junior Mac Welker led the team with a big 25-point game, followed close behind by sophomore Ryder Emmel, who had 23, including an incredible 7 3-pointers in his varsity debut. The Spartans are back in action tonight as they head over to Warsaw to take on the Tigers. The boys wrestling team took a tough loss on Wednesday, falling to the Carroll Chargers 37-33. The brightest spot for the Spartans despite the loss was the electrifying win from the 13th ranked wrestler at 113 pounds, sophomore Drew Heisler, over the 6th ranked wrestler at 106, Joseph Warner. The Spartans boys wrestling team looks to bounce back tomorrow at the Westfield Shamrock Duels. Our girls wrestling team came home with the win Wednesday night over the Carroll Chargers 42-27. There were a lot of forfeits from both sides. However, Rory Sherman, Josie Wells, and Isabella Bodkin led the team to victory, all winning by pin. Good luck to our girls wrestling team tomorrow as they head to the East Noble Invitational. That's all for this edition of Down to the Wire. You can stay up to date with Homestead Sports by following Homestead Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. Kenley and Emma, back to you.
Thank you, Eli, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We'll see you next week for this semester's final episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.